Well, here it is. It's the night of January 30th, and I'm just getting home. Imagine that. See, everybody else is probably all cuddled up and in their nice warm beds, right? Well, I was out all day just trying to make heads and tails of everything that happened to me and my family. I already know what happened. My family was destroyed by police and politicians in the lies, deceit, and then retaliation for me coming forward and telling the names, places, times, and dates of incidents. Isn't that right, Mr. Obert? So again, I'm going to ask, suggest, and request that anybody from Somerset County, Franklin County, Penobscot County, Piscataquis County, y'all start listening to me. Somerset County, Dale Lancaster. Why was I poisoned in that jail? And then when I requested through a 91A request form, Freedom of Information Act, people, to the judge, I requested copies of body cam, webcam, dash cam, and cell cam, as well as medical records and psychiatric records, because I wasn't deemed to be any of thee. In fact, the psychiatric doctor at Somerset County Jail suggested that I do belong there, that I needed to go home, and was there anybody that I could call to come get me? Because why? Because I was being held illegally. I was held for 3 days before I saw a judge, and that was determined to be retaliation. So that's why I filed a lawsuit against Dale Lancaster again and the Somerset County, as well as the state of Maine. So Penobscot County, Mr. Michael Kennedy, Deputy Kennedy, I suggest you yo, can you hear me now? I suggest you find my dog and you return her real fucking soon. Gypsy Roma, I love you, girl. And don't think for a minute that I don't think of you. And that's exactly why they took you when I was at the courthouse in Somerset County, Skowhegan, Maine, filing a lawsuit and a high-risk protection order against Dale Lancaster, Troy Morton. Those are the sheriff's people for Penobscot and Somerset County, as well as many others. What happened to that paperwork there, Haley? Is your last name Crawford? Because that means you shouldn't have been in that courthouse as a clerk anyway. Not from the family that you come from and the way that you grow up and where you go and what you do in your personal time, because it reflects on everybody. Do you understand where I'm going with this, people? So yeah, a lot of cases and a lot of frivolous activity, all stemming from retaliation. Why? You burned my home down 6 days after my daughter was found and returned alive to me, and you didn't want us to have a place to come home to. Why don't you tell about why I was burned out of the mansion and stop denying the fact that I lived in that mansion when you burned it out, and then you questioned me on the arson? That had to do with the police and politicians, and believe me when I tell you, because I hosted many times for Senate and members of Congress, and I know about the White House paperwork of the sex scandals, because the paperwork came across the desk and it was printed. So with that being said, people, don't think for a minute that I'm just a small town girl and that I don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm saying. I may just be in a small town area, but I grew up in a big fucking world of crooks, criminals, and they all relate back to the police and the politicians. Thank you.